Can we come back from the deficit? I mean, I don't love my position. It's a little dicey. I need black to have like one more screw up probably. No, but they also have this fork. Oh no, we're in trouble. All right, come on, let's go. We got a chance here. Come on. It's day 457. I am currently 1873 ELO, pretty close to my all-time peak. It's been 10 days since my last game. Let's jump into another one. All right, opponent is 1740, Robert Ohim. Let's kick it off with king spawn. Okay, Sicilian defense. Let's go for another Smith Morra. We had a really nice game, I think 2 episodes ago. C3, Smith Morra Gambit. Okay, pawn takes, we go knight takes. And the plan is get all the pieces out, castle, and try to utilize our easy development, whereas black is not so developed. Okay, we have pawn e5. Pawn e5 weakens the d5 square because they can never kick me away. So let's go bishop c4, adding some pressure on f7. And at some point, I might put the knight here, I might put the bishop here, maybe even queen here. That could be really strong as well. So I think this was probably inaccurate by black, but we'll see. Now at some point they can go bishop e6. So let's not be hasty. I think let's just probably continue developing. Yeah, let's go knight f3. So we have h6. Preventing maybe some bishop g5 ideas. All right, let's go ahead and castle. I don't see anything better, and let's just try to stay good on the clock. Oh, I wonder if there's any sack ideas, because takes, check. They can't take with the king because we win the queen. So takes, let me calculate it. The problem is they can just step up. So takes, check, king e7. We have to also check for in-between moves. So if takes, do they have any in-between moves? I don't see anything. The problem is if takes, check, king comes up. My bishop is hanging and the queen trade is on the table. So I need to move. I mean, maybe like queen b3, a move that would kind of solve both problems, but I'm not like winning right away. And the problem is once they play knight c6, the queen will be defended. So this tactic won't work. I think let's go for it. This is kind of the spirit of the Smith Morra. If it doesn't work, we'll learn from this experience, but it could be good. So yeah, my plan is takes, check, king comes up, queen to b3. And I mean, we could also take, but I mean, the king, well, we have like rook d1 there. Yeah, I mean, they can just cover up too easily. So let's go bishop takes, check. And once again, they can't recapture here because we win the queen. So yeah, they go king e7. Do we have anything better than queen b3 after that? If we go knight check, they could probably take, or they could take this way. So I don't think that really does anything. But yeah, I think queen b3, then like rook d1, getting a lot of pressure. King is in the middle, can't castle. This bishop is hard to develop. You have your king here, pawn there. So we have some initiative. We'll see. Yeah, let's go queen b3. I don't see anything better. If you guys have any other ideas, let me know down in the comments what you would have played in this game. Was this crazy? I don't know. Let me know. And if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. If you missed it, I recently put out episode 50, which was like a kind of a summary and reflection on the journey so far. It was actually a very heartfelt video. I put a lot of time into making that video. So if you missed it and want to catch it, check it out. There's a lot of things I shared about kind of like mindset related to chess, and also just kind of how to think about like chess improvement and your relationship to like trying to get better at chess versus like just trying to have fun, you know. Okay, queen b6. Good move by the opponent, trying to trade off. They are up 2 points of material. Okay, I'm thinking knight d5 check. It would be a fork, so they have to trade, and then we can go queen takes. They do have bishop here trying to force the trade. I was thinking we could take the pawn, but I just realized that doesn't work because king can take bishop there. So yeah, I'm trying to avoid trading here, but it might be inevitable. If I go queen f5, they have bishop e6. And I mean, we can do one round of trading. Well, this could be kind of good. I got a check, and then I can take here, actually. So queen f5, what else does black have? Yeah, let's go queen f5. I spent 2 minutes on that move, so getting a little low on the clock, but yeah, forcing the trade. Can't really throw this in. Well, actually, maybe we can. It does come with check, but check, knight takes. Nah, because they could. Yeah, I don't think that works. So let's go bishop takes. We'll go with our plan, and then after they recapture with the queen, I think we have check and then win here on b7. And it's important not to check this way because then they can block and then they're defending this pawn. But I think, let's give it a little more thought, but yeah, let's go for it. Oh, and this will come with a check if they, so they should probably move their king because if they block with the queen, we get the check here and then we win the rook. So maybe like, oh, well, no, they can't. Yeah, they have to get off the 7th rank. So kind of dicey now for black. If you go here, like rook d1 is coming. So you probably have to go like king d8. King d8 we take. King is in the middle. I guess the bishop will finally be getting out of the game, out into the game. So that's helping black untangle a little bit. But actually, yeah, this rook will just be hanging. So maybe like king d8, queen takes b7, and then they probably have to play like queen c6, defended by the knight and helping defend the rook. And yeah, I don't see a good queen move for us there. Okay, we do have king d8 on the board. Okay, let's try and stay good on the clock. So queen takes b7. I think black has to play queen c6. They play it very quickly. And I calculated I could probably go queen b3 here. Just get out of danger, maintain the pressure on black's position. They are threatening to win this pawn, but I mean, we're going for the attack, so the pawns don't really matter too much here. We're only down 1 point of material now. Yeah, let's go queen b3. Taking here would be could be pretty dangerous. I mean, I might just go like rook e1 and king is still in the middle. I'm not sure where to put this bishop. They also have try to come this way, so maybe the problem with bishop e3 is they have knight g4. Knight g4 is very strong. They get this pressure. This feels very inefficient, but I'm going to go h3 to prevent knight g4. I mean, I could have also maybe just gone like bishop d2. Maybe that's more accurate. If I were black, I would definitely play bishop c5 here. The purpose of my move, though, is just to prevent this pressure. And like black could take, I recapture with the rook, and they could leave the pin and add maybe another attacker somehow. Okay, so we have rook b8. Good move. I didn't consider that. I think I have to go queen c7, try to keep the queens on the board. But my knight will be pinned. They can't take, though, because I could take this way. Okay, let's go queen c7. I should have maybe also considered queen d1 there. Usually you don't want to go all the way back, but sometimes you have to, and like maybe queen in. Let's go bishop d2. I played that move kind of quickly, but yeah, my opponent is up on the clock. If takes, knight takes, we're losing this pawn, which is fine. I think then I get the rook on the file and just remembered black can't castle. So, I mean, hey, we're bringing the excitement, I think, for you guys. It's definitely a wild position. Can we come back from the deficit? I mean, I don't love my position anymore. I don't know if I ever loved it, but I may have a regret or two here. And also, I mean, our opponent is like 100 elo below us, so like this was maybe a needlessly risky line. That might be a blunder because takes, knight takes. I think we got lucky. I think we got really lucky. Yeah. And if they try to chop our defense here, they can't because we go queen takes. And if they go here, we go knight takes, and the knight defends the bishop, which is crucial there. So we may have gotten ourselves out of this one. They might win this pawn in the end, though, with the rook. And then that's a pretty active piece, so... Okay, they go queen takes, e4. We go knight takes, takes, and then they win my pawn. Material is even. I was hoping I'd be up material there, but I guess material is even. Could maybe also go rook d1. Let's go rook d1. I don't know what the best move here is. You could hit the rook, but the rook can just start to chase you around, and you can't take the pawn yet. So my plan, I have a little sneaky idea here, which is if black tries to get the rook out, if the king leaves the knight, then this is a really good move because then this knight is hanging. So they probably have to play like king e7 here. This is also very strong, adding attack on the f2 pawn. The problem with, I wanted to go knight e4, but I realized knight f6 is super annoying. Well, we get some checks though. Could also play f3. I could also try to like swing this rook in and give up this pawn, but I don't think it really does anything. Like check, king just steps up. I could also just ignore and go here. The problem is they can maybe like, well, they can't play that yet. If they go knight f6, then maybe push. Could also go like a4. Let's go knight e4. I don't know what the move is here. If knight f6, we have check. They can't really come this way because we have some discoveries. Okay, they go king up. Did not consider that. I might have some tactics here if I can ever get like some sort of fork like this on like this rook. Maybe we still go f3. Let's go f3. It just solidifies everything. I can then play rook d2 to try to get rid of this really active rook. That's my problem here is black's rook is, their pieces are really active here. So this helps shut that down. But even after I can get rid of this one, like this rook can probably also get to my second rank. So it's a little dicey, I need black to have like one more screw up probably to get a chance here. Okay, knight f6. The problem with knight d6 is they have rook d8. Oh, maybe not though. Check, king up, check. Check, check, check. That might be okay. But I mean, you don't want to walk into pins generally. And yeah, from there I can maybe do like a legit fork that's actually good. It feels sus though. If I miss one detail, I'm kind of screwed. He might just come up. And then I would maybe lose my chance to play rook d2. Let's play the rook d2 now. I think we have to get rid of this rook. Let me know if you guys had any better ideas in the comments of like knight here, knight here. So yeah, if they take, we take the rook, and then if they take the rook first, then we take them with the knight. The problem though is like, let's say rook takes, knight takes, rook here. I think their rook gets really active again, but at least they can't like double attack stuff because they only have one rook after this, assuming they trade. They don't trade, okay. That's a good move, preventing knight d6. I'm getting quite low on the clock. I have 3 minutes. My opponent has 10. I almost just went knight f2, which is a game-losing blunder. They take with check, winning the knight outright. This pawn is pinned, and then they win the rook. So let's not do that. Man, there's like not really good scores for my knight. I'm playing too slow here. Let's go knight c3 with some forking pressure, so they have to at least keep the knight guarding d5. Then we can maybe stack on the file. Definitely, again, not loving my position, and now the bigger problem is I'm just down a lot of time. Okay, attacking the knight. I don't really want to do this. They're going to stack up on me, and I get very passive. Their rooks get very active. I also don't want to do this because then I have to vacate the second rank and then they infiltrate. If I go here, my knight might get trapped. Although then I can come out this way. Could allow the trade. Again, their pieces are just more active. I'm gonna go knight e2 with the idea to like reroute somehow. Not ideal. Not ideal. This pawn is dominating my knight. But I think it's just very important that I don't let black get any infiltration ideas here to come after this pawn or to stack up and then come after this pawn. So next move, probably rook d1 if I can. Yep, opponent is threatening to infiltrate. All right, we go rook d1. I'm low on the clock. If they infiltrate, we just leave it. And if they want to take, that's fine. We take, and then we can start to come up this way with the king. We need to centralize the king. That's an important thing in the endgame. The king becomes a powerful attacking piece. My problem is they can start like checking me and stuff, but now that I'm doubled, it's better because these rooks can help like at least block and shield a little bit and defend. All right, we got lock in, dude. We got 2 minutes on the clock. Opponent has 8 minutes, 9 minutes. Whew, let's go. I almost just went king up, but they go here. I can't take because I get forked. But then maybe king up. If they take, that's probably fine. Let's try to centralize the king. I could have maybe started with knight g3 to prevent this idea better, and then gone with the king up. So maybe that should be my next move. Actually, no. I can get to e3. Especially if they don't push. I think I would push here as black. And try to get rid of... Black wants to get rid of their lone isolated pawn. That's their weakness. That's my only asset in this position. So actually, I think I really messed up by not first going... I don't know if that would have stopped it. Well, it might have, because I could have maybe also then pinned the pawn to the king. So yeah, this was a crucial mistake. I think if black finds pawn to e4, I'm in big trouble. Okay, we have king e6. If they can't check, I can take. Let's go king e3. Now maybe knight g3 next move. I need to find a way to get this knight back in the game somehow. I mean, this doesn't really solve it because, like, where do I go from here? I could go here and then we trade, but, like, I don't know. But I can't go... I can't go to any of these squares. I can do, like, an absurd reroute like this, but that's just to get to here. But, I mean, I don't know that even does anything. Okay, I think they're trying to prepare e4, which is a good move. But if they push, then I think I would push here. They can't check me, by the way, because this knight. Okay, we do have check. Okay, I'm going to throw in the check and then just come back. And my idea is, like, just to push him back. Because black is trying to, like, push for the win here. Okay, they go up. They need to be careful of, like, maybe getting mated here. Check. Or check. Is there a mate? I have 1 minute on the clock. Check here, check, take, check. They come back. I don't see anything. Pawn check. Oh, this is dangerous for them. Threatening. It doesn't quite. No, yeah, it does quite work. Almost threatening mate. They'd have to come back. But they can probably go h5 here. Okay, but if h5 check... Okay, I don't see the finish, but we might just survive the pressure, and we're just keeping it tough for black to push for the win. Oh, I didn't realize this was hanging. That's silly. But it might be risky for them to disconnect the rooks, but I think they can probably take, though. Oh, well, maybe not, because I go g4. And then the rook is kind of trapped. They do take. Do we have anything better than g4? G4 looks good. I'm low on time. Let's play it. And they might have overlooked this, that now the rook is basically trapped. I want to prevent them from getting to h2 as well. So if king here, knight is pinned. This pawn is just, like, so annoying. It's the problem. But maybe we have some ideas like this. Okay, let's go knight g3 with maybe some checking ideas. Maybe also rook e6, threatening to take this pawn. That might have been the stronger move. That was definitely... I think that was definitely the stronger move. I mean, they could have defended, but... Yeah, they should maybe try to get this rook back in the game. And then I think rook e6, they go rook c5. How do we increase the pressure there? Oh, they can't go rook c... Well, no, they can't, because we have this tactic. No matter how they recapture, we get a knight fork. So, like, rook c5 is, like, a very logical positional move to add defense here, but okay. Rook c8, rook f8. And I think now rook e6, I don't think they can defend this pawn. We got a chance here, guys. I mean, they might get mated if they if they don't. I guess they can try to run out this way, but, like, if black does something silly. 1 minute on the clock. We've whittled their time down to 3 minutes, so we've made progress there. I am 100 elo stronger than this guy in theory, so, you know, hopefully we can somehow get the miracle here. I think we go for the check. We have knight. Probably I want to preserve the knight at this point. I'm attacking, and then we have some ideas like this. They are threatening, after I move my knight though, they are threatening to take the pawn because it's pinned. So strong move by them. This is basically forced. I don't know why they're thinking really. Oh, they could run this way too, I guess. Oh, and I get forked here. Okay. Big problems for me now. Oh, this is bad. Okay, I might have to come back. No, but they also have this fork. Oh no, we're in trouble. Do I have anything else? Push? What if push? I don't think this really does anything, but... Well, okay, maybe. Maybe Rook G1, we have some discoveries. They're going to get this check. I have 43 seconds on the clock. So they should just play pawn takes. And the problem is they have rook check, forking, and this is pinned. So I can't really move the knight because they get that fork. But I need to defend the knight. Maybe they just get the fork. So I go rook G1. They fork me, I come up, they take, I take. Then I have some discoveries. So we'll be down the exchange and down this pawn that I gave away. So we'll be down 3 points of material. But maybe we get a trick. Black is down to 1 minute 30. Yeah. Knight here, check, check, check. Yeah, let's go rook G1. It's my best attempt. Oh no, this solves it. We solved it because they can't. We've prevented the pin. All right, come on, let's go. We got a chance here. Come on. Black is still up 1 point of material. But positionally, they are in some trouble. Once we move this knight, we're doubled up here. If we move the knight though, this fork is a real threat. The opponent just hit 1 minute on the clock. Okay, they want to get this fork. I'm so low on time. Okay, we push. Trying to preserve or to avoid this fork. Although now my knight is pinned and rook check. I think they're winning now. Well, okay, actually no. If you're here, I can take, they take, I take, we trade everything. Okay, they're trying to come check me on this side of the board. I'm going to step up so they can't infiltrate here. I have 30 seconds. Opponent has 50 seconds. We do have a check maybe with the pawn at some point. Or this check. Forcing the king back. Okay, let's go here. Non-forkable square. I maybe should have come... no, yeah, I would have gone fork there. Opponent has 40 seconds, as do we. If they want the draw, I'll take the draw at this point. I can't go here, I get forked. Now, if they check, can I also go over this way? There's maybe, well, no, there's no check because it won't be defended. I mean, I could try to grab this pawn. I mean, they could probably skewer me though and get my pawn as well. I think we probably take the draw. They just offered a draw. I think we take the draw. I'm going to accept the draw. Let me know what you guys would have done in the comments. If you enjoyed that, make sure to drop a like. Yeah, and in this final position, the computer says that black really has the edge here. They're up 1.5, and you can see on on the graph for the game that, yeah, black really had the edge, and then we took the draw and got better than our expectation. So good job us. I'm going to review this really quick and then come back and try to highlight a couple key points for you guys. All right, you guys ready for the analysis? So I think this kind of boils down to, I had the right ideas, I didn't quite do them in the right order. And I mean, part of this is just I'm not a Smith Morra wizard yet. But yeah, so first mistake of the game, e5. I was correct that this is wrong. Usually black plays e6. And in this position, they want a knight out. These are just typical developing moves. This move is just too slow, and actually they wanted bishop takes here. And then this crazy move, knight takes with check. The pawn can't recapture because you win the queen for free. And I was looking at this line, like if they go back, there's actually a crazy mate here. So we have queen check. Also a pretty easy to find mate here. They come up, and then we have what I call an iron cross mate. And so this could have been a very, very quick game. It is kind of hard to spot this sacrifice, but now I'm learning. So we tried something a little bit different this game. So here I went castles, which was also just a little bit too slow for the situation. Like black is just totally not developed. And here's where I went for, my sacrifice ideas, but it would have been better to just go queen b3 immediately, adding this pressure here. And they can't really try to alleviate this way. They're going to lose the pawn. So yeah, I later saw the move queen b3, but this was the moment to play it. So I went for something a little bit needlessly desperate, but we live and learn. And I mean, this did look pretty scary, but I just underestimated, or I just didn't even see the move queen to b6. And that really did neutralize most of my threats here in the middle game. So yeah, from here, I mean, okay, this is a mistake. I don't know if it really is for humans, but yeah, we check, take. Great move by the opponent. Also, the opponent found some really good moves in this game. We went queen back, knight out, and yeah, they wanted knight in to maybe open up some lines, getting some tempo, things like that. And yeah, here I also should have gone queen d1. I think the idea is probably I can come like queen f5. Also, I'm helping hold here, so I could go like knight d5. Play continues. And luckily, the opponent made this just slight miscalculation. Queen takes. And we defend here. So now we're up. We were up a pawn, but for a brief moment. But we're equal in material. But the problem for the rest of this game is that this rook is very active. And the way I could have solved it, so the computer did want knight to c4 here. And even if they tried to antagonize us, I thought they would just be able to kind of chase us around forever. But I should have calculated a little bit more, because actually, I mean, they can't really, we could just keep doing this forever. So yeah, after this, they would probably have to go back somewhere. And they don't have that super brutal pressure on our second rank. So that's the lesson learned here. I mean, that was a big moment. I was considering, do I go knight here? Do I go rook d1? And I just didn't have that much time on my clock to really marinate on that decision. But yeah, also another great move by the opponent, rook f8, adding pressure. Here I go knight e4. Why was this a mistake? Oh yeah, I looked at this. So in this position, the computer found this idea to come stack up on the rook, and the king is out in the open. Also, we can use the knight to come help as well. So yeah, we could have gotten some initiative that way. Black still had some chances to do stuff here though. So yeah, they could come after your knight. And the computer wanted to give away this knight. I mean, the king is kind of running around, but this rook is still doing stuff. I guess maybe we win a pawn or two. So I'm not a grandmaster, and that's why I miss some endgame ideas like this. But play continues, and overall, I mean, I felt like we fought pretty well here and put them to the test. And I think this was kind of an example of one of the never give up games where, I mean, through my own faults, got a little bit over ambitious in the beginning of the opening, but we kept fighting the rest of the game despite, I think, having a disadvantage. And in the end, we found the draw. So here I found a lot of the best moves or good moves, excellent moves. And this was another pivotal turning point for our opponent. I really think they should have gone back because I just didn't have a plan to keep doing stuff. Ooh, although I didn't realize I could take this pawn. That's nice. But, I mean, I don't even know if I can really take this. Like, could be risky. Although I guess the computer said that that was the best move, so I guess I could have. But, yeah, coming up, though, I mean, this is a Spidey sense thing. After doing that endgame strategies course, like, whenever the king doesn't have a lot of squares, that's always, you should always be on the alert for mates. Even in the endgame, you can mate the king in the endgame. And we didn't quite get that here. I overlooked that this pawn would be dropping. And I think this check was actually very nice, except for the fact that you see here black said this was, or the computer said this was the best move, except for the fact that black gets this tactic. Oh, I thought they were going to be able to take here. There's some different things going on here, but they probably win this pawn. Okay, they want to check, but I don't know. Anyways, the problem with my plan with g4 and knight g3 is that this rook move is much stronger than I realized. So yeah, play continues from here, but again, like we found some nice ideas, like trying to infiltrate this way, and we threw in the check. And this was the moment where I needed to find rook g1. I just wasn't calculating this properly, that if we keep the knight on g3, that this tactic doesn't exist because the pawn can take. So here is where the computer wanted rook g1, and that was like the crucial move. If I had found that, like maybe we could have won, or, you know, just kept battling in a very even position. But here I gave away the pawn for free, so not ideal. I did find rook g1 here, which saved me. But, and again, the opponent found like a really nice move here. The computer really didn't like this push. Let's see, it wanted me to come up, which just seems kind of insane. I mean, can't they just take? Well, maybe not. I guess we have some discoveries. Oh, then they're not getting mated, but yeah, so we get some initiative. But I mean, there it's very complicated here. And here we also, good play by us to not get greedy, not be egotistical, like, yeah, okay, I'm like 100 elo higher than this guy. But it just felt very unclear how I was going to make any progress here. And instead of doing like a legit bad move, we just took the draw. This knight is like a menace here because if I go here, I get forked. I mean, yeah, if I go here, yeah, they may be coming in. I mean, they can also just keep checking me. I mean, you know, maybe I could have walked around, like maybe. They go here, like maybe I step in, I don't know. Yeah, I have some checks. But like, it's just very unclear, and honestly, their pieces feel more active than mine and are better coordinated. And yeah, we just took the draw, and it's fine. Maybe a small hit to the rating, but not really. And if you guys enjoyed this, again, make sure to like the video. That really does help the algorithm. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Thanks a lot.